Hey everybody, what's up? Mike here. I'm back. I know it's been a few weeks, about 3 weeks. I was fighting off a bad cold. Still kind of at the tail end of it, but I'm doing a lot better. And I was having trouble with my streaming setup last week when I was trying to do a little bit of a live stream to YouTube here. But I discovered that what happened was my partner switched my internet connection to Wi-Fi, and apparently you can't stream over Wi-Fi. You can only do it if you're like connected to Ethernet. So she didn't tell me that she did this, and then we figured out that this was why I was having trouble streaming. So technical issues have been resolved. That won't happen again. But it's good to be back. I posted a little lap steel guitar lesson last week for all you guitar players. Go check that out. I'll have a link to it up top somewhere. It's good to see each and every one of you. So today, let's get right to it. We're reacting to, I figured we'd go back to do more Unleash the Archers. My friend History Buff said, dude, you gotta react to Abyss, and apparently this is the opening track off their second record. So yeah, we're gonna do some power metal today, and it's Canadian power metal, as I have found out. So as a Canadian metalhead, this makes me rather proud. And yeah, let's get right to it. Before we start, please, if you are new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button below. Ring the bell to get notified when I post a new video. Choo-choo. Give the video a like, a thumbs up. As you can see, I cut my thumb. No good for playing double slide with my thumb. And leave a comment and let me know what you think. So here is Unleash the Archers doing Abyss. Let's go. Ooh. Fire. Okay. Space. All right. Whoa, black eyes. That's kind of creepy. That was kind of creepy. I like the synths. Okay, right off the bat with the with this intro, you've got like these really big like power chords on the guitar. I love like all like the arpeggio stuff that the synths are doing. That's really cool. And I love what the tom fills on the drums, like boom, 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 boom stuff. That's great. So far, awesome. I mean, these guys, from the one song when I heard of them, these guys are like really, really, really awesome. So I know I'm in for something good. That melody at the lead. Cool. Very tight rhythms on the guitars. Lots of ultimate picking. Yeah. Yes! Yes! Holy shit. Let's go back and hear that. That was tight. Oh my god. Okay, like that scream. First off, it isn't just like a regular, like, melody, like a yeah, rather it isn't like a regular kind of scream. There's an actual melody of that. You can hear she's harmonizing with herself. We gotta hear that back. That was pretty cool. Rhythm guitars in general are tight. I found it interesting, the mixing choice, how the dual lead harmony guitars were kind of a little bit lower in the mix and it was a little bit more subtle. That's an interesting choice. Not the choice I would have made if I was mixing, but an interesting choice. Nothing wrong with it. Just something a little bit different. But yeah, just this sort of vocal scream or melody that she's doing. The chord progression is really epic, and maybe not in terms of like rhythm, but like in terms of like the actual like harmony and the chord progression. It reminds me of something that like Iron Maiden would do. Just off the bat, that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. A little bit. Very tight double bass drum. Flawless. Crazy, crazy drum fill there. Love those synths. Okay, I like the haze. Whoa, 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 whoa. There was a neat little descending lick there. What the rhythm is doing, it's almost like an Iron Maiden style gallop, but not quite. But I'm definitely getting Iron Maiden vibes from this. That little run there, it's nice. Great, strong melodies from the vocals. Love the harmonies on the background vocals. Yeah. Now we're in like a double time kind of feel. The drums. Nice crazy tom fills there. So, I wonder if we've changed key here. I just want to go back because we kind of got into that chorus really fast. Right off the bat, the first thing I want to say is the vocal melodies are really accessible. They're really catchy. They're really poppy. That's not a bad thing. That's actually, I mean that in like, in the sense of the highest compliment. It's very melodic. There's a lot of intervallic movement. And what I mean by that is, you know, some notes, if you're doing a melody, right, there can be like, if you guys know the difference between like a tone and a semitone, right, tone and a half tone, full step, half step, right, sometimes in some melodies, there's not a lot of like distance between the notes, right? So like if I go do, re, mi, right, that's only 3 notes, right? But there's not a lot of movement between them. But if I like were to like go here up to here, right, there is a lot of space in between those notes. So the nice thing here is that there's a lot of distance in between the intervals of the notes that she's singing in the melody. And that means that there's a lot of range in the melody. And it makes it, to my ears, more singable. Just, that's my personal opinion. So this is very catchy. It's got a pop aesthetic to me in terms of the types of melodies that are being sung. Like if we go back, I'll see if I can find it. Yeah, this here. Do do do. That kind of melody, I've been hearing that all over in like top 40 pop music. So it's, I wonder if perhaps maybe the vocalist takes some influence from modern pop music. I don't know, but it sounds very poppy to me, very accessible, very catchy, great melody writing, very strong. Let's keep going. Yes, key change for the chorus here. I was right. I love how when she does that scream, you've got the little color effects coming off her with the video. That's cool. But I wanted to point out something really neat. So her and the rhythm guitars are in lockstep with each other. What do I mean by that? So check this out. When she moves up in the melody, with the melody, and the melody ascends, the guitars are doubling her. Check it out. Hear that? Ba 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 ba. Guitars are doubling it with the harmonies right underneath her. They've gone up with her now. Yeah, so she's following the guitars, or the guitars are following her. Oh, this is great. Oh, I love how the drums have like switched to open hi-hats here and gives it that nice... He's almost kind of swinging it a little bit with the groove. Just listen to this. Listen. So simple, but so powerful. Why is there this Technicolor black hole appearing everywhere in the video? Oh no! Drummer is seated. He's terrified of it. Is it the abyss? Is it going to swallow him? I think they are rocking out so hard that they are creating a black hole. Yes, indeed. I called it. Poor drummer. Oh, guitar player's next. There he goes. I believe her awesome vocal scream created this black hole. Or rather, a Technicolor black hole by the looks of it. Guitar player's gone, so she's the next one. Oh, uh-oh. That's just great singing, great, beautiful melodic screams. Something really cool in terms of the direction of the video is you notice that when her vocals go higher in her register and she's more singing in her head voice and she's singing the more powerful screams, she's also resisting with her body against the power of the black hole. So that's a nice little touch on the part of the director of the video. Just thought I'd point that out. See, she's fighting it harder as she's going up. Okay, so... and now they're inside. Nice sweeps. Nice guitar solo. Let's go back and actually no. Let's let this guy have his go, and then we'll go back and we'll analyze both of them. They're both great guitar players, by the way. Nice harmonies. Okay, nice. Nice solos. So I like the contrast between the two players. The first one is a little bit more technical. It's got a little bit more flash, a lot more sweeping stuff. Second one is much more melodic. And I appreciate the contrast in styles of playing between the two guitars. So, by the way, the reason I wanted to check these guys out is I forget, I think his name is Andrew, is the name of one of their guitar players. So he's on Twitch, and he live streams a whole bunch, and he was live streaming, recording, his parts for the new record the other night, and I was on there watching him. His alternate picking is nuts. It's fucking crazy. It's absolutely nuts. They're both great players, but let's analyze these solos, shall we? Nice legato, nice sweeps. Yeah, I like how he starts with a nice strong sort of melody with the alternate picking. He goes into some sweeps, but they lead into this nice long note where the vibrato is. That one. Yeah, it's really nice. One thing I really appreciate about that is he's using a lot of flash, so there's a lot of sweep picking, a lot of legato, alternate picking, a lot of really fast runs. But the nice thing about it is it's not just meadly stuff, you know. Those of you who remember Strong Bad will know what I'm talking about. But it's not just wailing. He's got a definite, clear, strong melody there. And the flash, the sweeping, is there to support the melody. So that's really nice. Now let's check lead guitarist number 2 out for his solo and see what he's doing. Yeah, he's more about the long-held notes and the vibrato on the notes and kind of milking the notes. But the nice thing about it is he seems to be a little bit more rhythmic in his solo. If you go to the start of it here, listen to the riff that he's doing. Dum, dum. The first half of that solo is all playing off that rhythm. It's very driving. I love the synths on this. If I could know who's playing the keyboards, please let me know in the comments. 4 on the floor with the drums. Oh, what are we going up against? Harmonies on her vocals are so tight. What is that? Thanos? What is that? What are they going up against? No, it looks like Palpatine. Man, that looks like the fucking Emperor from Star Wars made up of constellations. That's what it looks like to me. One interesting thing I just noticed about the rhythm of the rhythm guitars and the harmonies that are being created. So this is cool. So the interesting thing to me about this is it's a little bit of a different way of playing rhythm guitar. So when I hear most bands doing rhythm guitar, they're mostly playing chords, right? And they'll chug away. What the two guitarists are doing is I think what they're basically doing is they're doing sort of single note lines, but they're harmonizing with each other to create the harmony, to create the chords. So in effect, I believe the two guitar players are harmonizing at the same time and they're essentially creating like moving dyads or moving triads, which is a really interesting way of approaching rhythm guitar. That's different. I like that. I don't know if that's common to the power metal genre, and if you metal guitar players can let me know. I'm a blues guy myself, so I wouldn't know. So please let me know in the comments. But that's a very unique approach to playing rhythm guitar, I must say. I like it. These guitar players got something planned for Emperor Palpatine there. See? He looks like Emperor Palpatine. Oh, they're gonna beat the Emperor with the power of metal. Okay, we're in a halftime feel. Love that da 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 on the rhythm on the drums, especially in the bass drum. Cool stuff. What's really nice is the synths are doing arpeggios of the chords, and the synths actually have the so if you listen to the guitars, I know I keep pausing, but at this point, let's be honest, it's reaction and analysis videos here, folks. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. But, sorry. So, what's really interesting is the guitars are doing power chords, so they're doing it in fifths. The keyboards with the arpeggios are actually adding in the thirds, okay? So they're basically telling us what the tonality of, and the really what the function of the chords are, whether they're major or minor. So it's an interesting thing to note. I mean, and oftentimes with metal bands that have keyboard players, that tends to be true. If your rhythm guitars are doing power chords, your keyboard player often will fill in the thirds with the triads, just kind of bring, the harmonies into place. I know because I used to play keyboards in a metal band, and that was my function within the band for a lot of stuff. But it's also interesting to hear when the two guitar players were harmonizing with each other before, and they were doing the two harmonized lines to create the chords, they were adding thirds. So it's interesting, to see the contrast and choices that the two guitar players will make when they're figuring out how they want to voice their chords, whether they want to make them straight fifths or they want to harmonize their rhythm lines together to create like moving dyads and triads with each other to actually create harmony with the guitars. So it's an interesting contrast, and it's an interesting thought in terms of like, how are we going to arrange this? Do we want it to be all power chords all the time? Or do we actually want to throw some harmony in there, throw some thirds, throw some color into the chords, rather than just like a straight root and straight fifth? And the soaring melody that the vocalist, I believe her name is Brittany, is wonderful. It just soars over top the whole thing. It just makes it epic and majestic. Great song, very, very well written. I love it. That rhythm on the drums. Love that final little falsetto note. So there's a janitor. Okay. You just noticed that everybody's gone. That's hilarious. Oh wait, there's 22 seconds Well, is there more? No, there isn't more. Okay, so yeah, I believe it was Awakening that I did previously from this band. Great tune. It's so well written. It's catchy. It's driving. It's melodic. It's poppy. It's like, it's really catchy. Like, I have some of those, the do 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 do. I've got that melody stuck in my head now. That's the song of a very well written song. Wonderfully arranged. Everything's really tasteful. Everything is like building off of each other. They're all supporting each other too. You know, like, yeah, there are some really crazy rhythms and really intricate like guitar lines here. But nobody's really wanking. You know, like nobody's like showing off and saying, "Hey, look at me." They're all doing this to support each other and to support the tune. Honestly, it reminds me a lot of how Nightwish would arrange a song. In that everybody is doing their part to support the song, and they're doing what's needed. Nobody's overplaying. Even the guitar solos, even the very first guitar solo in the solo section, with all like the more shreddy kind of stuff, with the sweeps, they were all there to support the melody. Like, it was all about the melody. And, you know, it reminds me of completely different genre, but it reminds me of something that Quincy Jones, the great producer and jazz arranger, once said. If you can't, basically he said, if you don't got a melody, you don't got anything. If you can't sell me on the melody, you got nothing. And he was right. The melody in this is great. Honestly, reminds me of something I'd hear on Top 40. Just within a metal context, which is really cool. The drums, I know we didn't get to the drummer a whole lot, but he was really powerful, really tight. There were some crazy drum fills. But I also liked how, in parts, he kept it simple and driving. I think he had a good balance between the flash and the groove, in my opinion. And the vocalist, I mean, what can you say about her? I mean, she's got great range, great tone, knows how to write really strong melodies. I love the space in between the intervals, how the melody jumps around. It's not just like one or two or three notes. It's all over the map in terms of range and octaves, which is wonderful. So, great tune, great band. I definitely want to check out more of this band. And yeah, I think that's it. So, again, if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button, ring the bell to get notified when I post a new video, give the video a thumbs up, like, and leave a comment. Let me know what other Unleash the Archers tunes I should react to next time. And I will see you guys later. Yeah, later. Oh, that reminds me. I've got something really special coming next week. So stay tuned for that. Yeah. Just keep your eyes peeled for next week. I can't exactly say what it is quite just yet, but it's awesome. And it's going to be a long one, but I think it's going to be worth it. Okay, everyone, take care. I'll see you next time. That's all for today. See you next week.